Hi Year 3, welcome to your second reading this week. Yesterday we looked at explain. We explained unfamiliar vocabulary. You might be wondering why we didn't start with decoding. Decoding happens every time we read. We're decoding words all the time. So today we're moving on to retrieve. We're going to use the same text, the witches, and we're going to look at answering retrieval questions. If you've forgotten what retrieval questions are, don't worry, we'll go through those together. Then later in the week, we'll use the same text again, but we'll go on to using our interpreting skills, otherwise known as our inference skills. Okay, I'll move myself out the way again. Okay, before we start going through the witches text, again, we're going to look at a picture and answer some questions. What's the word luscious mean? Pause the video, have a think or discussion with your adults. Okay, well done. Luscious means when something appeals to your senses. So we could describe the leaves as being luscious green leaves. They really stand out to you. Or you might see a chocolate cake and describe it as a luscious chocolate cake because you want to eat it. Let's move on to our retrieve question. What colour are the leaves? I think I might have given that one away. Okay, you could say they're green, but because we're in Year 3 and we're extending our vocabulary, we could describe them as the luscious green leaves, or olive green, emeralds, or luscious green leaves. Have a look at that door. There isn't an answer to this one that's really clear. Where does the door lead to? And choice. Why has the illustrator drawn a rather grand handle on the door? Okay. Again, if you've read this text, brilliant. If not, we'll read it together so that you can remember the text from yesterday. I remember thinking to myself, there is no escape for me now, even if I make a run for it and manage to dodge the lot of them. I still won't make it out because the doors are chained and locked. I'm finished. I'm done for. Oh, Grandmama, what are they going to do to me? I looked round and saw a hideous, painted and powdered witch's face staring down at me. And the face opened its mouth and yelled triumphantly, "It's here! It's behind the screen! Come and get it!" The witch reached out a gloved hand and grabbed me by the hair, but I twisted free and jumped away. I ran. Oh, how I ran. The sheer terror of it all put wings on my feet. I flew around the outside of the great ballroom, and not one of them had a chance of catching me. As I came level with the doors, I paused and tried to open them, but the big chain was on them, and they didn't even rattle. The witches were not bothering to chase me. They simply stood there in small groups, watching me, and knowing for certain that there was no way I could escape. Several of them were holding their noses with gloved fingers, and there were cries of, "Phew, what a stink! We can't stand this much longer." "Catch it then," screamed the Grand High Witch from up on the platform. "Spread it out in a line across the room and close in on it, and grab it. Corner this filthy little gumboil and seize it and bring it up here to me." The witches spread out as they were told. They advanced towards me, some from one end, some from the other, and some came from the middle between the rows of empty chairs. They were bound to get me now. They had me cornered. From sheer and absolute terror, I began to scream. "Help!" I screamed, turning my head towards the doors in the hope that somebody outside might hear me. Help! 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 Okay, as I said at the beginning, today we're going to be looking at retrieval questions. We're going to retrieve information. Those questions are the more simple questions where the answers are given in the text. So let's do a few together before your task today, which is to do some by yourself. So I'm just going to focus on the first part of our extract. My question, why could the main character not escape? So you're going to start reading through this a little bit quicker, and you're going to look for clues in the text to help you. I'm going to use my highlighter again. If you've printed your text out at home, you could do the same thing. I'd like you to pause the screen and have a look through the text and see if you could answer this question. Okay, I'm going to have a scan through, and I remember seeing the word escape. So that tells me that the answer is going to be in the first paragraph. I'm going to read it a bit quicker. There is no escape for me now. Even if I make a run for it and manage to dodge the lot of them, I still won't make it out because the doors are chained and locked. So there's my evidence in the text. I now need to put that into a sentence. So I've written here, the boy could not escape because the doors are chained and locked. Okay, using the same part of our extract again. This time, my question is, what word did the author, Roald Dahl, use to describe the witch's face? I'm going to go through my text a bit quicker until I can find a clue. And my first clue is witch's face. Pause the video, talk to your adult, or have a think. What do you think the answer is? Okay, I found here the witch's face, so I'm going to read the sentence. I looked around and saw a hideous, painted and powdered witch's face. So my answer, the author described I've put the painting. I meant they painted their witch as hideous. Using the same extract, how did the boy escape from the witch? Pause the video, have a quick read through and see if you can find clues to help you. Okay, let's have a look at my answer. He escaped by twisting free and jumping away, which is here. Okay, Year 3, your task today. Please answer the following questions in your home learning book. So you're going to need to pause the screen in a minute so that you can keep an eye on all 4 questions. If you haven't printed the text out, that's absolutely fine. You will need to probably rewind the video back towards the beginning where I've read the story to you. You can pause it then and then read the text yourself. Before you answer the questions, please can you write the long dates and can you write reading next to it, because that'll make it really easy when we look through your book when you come back to school. So here are the 4 questions for you today. Remember, pause the screen and answer it in your book. Well done, Year 3. And once you've finished, please do post this onto Padlet or email it to your teachers via the office.